I'm going to actually give myself a dark circle. So I'm gonna use some eyeshadow. Like I said, right now I only have foundation on. Like I said, say hi when you're jumping on, and be sure to share this video because you're gonna be helping a lot of people that need to see this. So I'm gonna be taking a small eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna grab some brown eyeshadow and I'm gonna give myself a dark circle, okay? Now, I even add some purple in there, right? Because usually, if you have a dark circle, isn't it like that shade, right? I don't wanna make it too obvious, but I feel like it's the power of seeing, let me put some purple in there. Get some purple. This is good too if you get hurt, right? If you fall and smash your face into like a coffee table or something. I love special effects makeup. All right, so we're gonna give myself a dark circle. Since I don't have them, you need to learn from me, right? You need to see the difference. And then what I'm also gonna do is on the other eye, where's my red? Like a reddish purple. Some people get that reddish look under the eyes. Actually, what I want you to do while you're on here, I want you to interact. I want you to tell me down below if you have dark circles and if they're in the reddish family or like the reddish purple family or if they're in the brown family. So now I'm gonna take some red and put some, because some people just get that reddish purple, so see the difference? Let me get some purpley red. This is gonna be a fun one. I did this a couple years ago and it was a real good video. There we go, right? Look, so now I got two different dark circles going. So let me know which one are you. Are you the purpley red person that has under their eyes, or are you the dark brown? Now what I'm gonna do is give myself some acne scarring, okay? Because some people end up with like some acne scars, right? You know, it's like those light brown spots, or this could even be considered like melasma, right? So this is gonna be a good demo. Let me give myself a little melasma spot. So you have brownish purple, Jessica. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself some hyperpigmentation, right? Gotta love that from the summer, which I got an amazing recommendation. If you have melasma, or those AKA brown spots, direct message me and I'll let you know what you can use for that. All right, so look at me. So people that are just jumping on are probably gonna think like I just got beat up or something because they didn't catch the beginning. Erin, you could just watch the beginning. Basically, I'm giving myself dark circles in the different tones, acne scarring, some brown spots, to show you the right colors to use and how to apply it and have it stay so that you're not just loading on a bunch of concealer. So now, there was something else I wanted to give myself. Oh, a red, well, I'll do a red pimple, right? Who wants a red pimple? Some red pimples. Okay, now, so I'll just give myself a couple zits. Right? There we go. Now I got some zits. This is gonna be fun. All right, so first let's do the dark circle, okay? So the dark circle is, I bet a lot of you just go into a concealer that is, and I want you to tell me yes or no down below. If you have a dark circle, are you just going into the concealer that is your skin color and putting it over it and then still seeing the dark circle, basically still seeing an ashy tone shining through? Yes or no, down below. Because if that's you, you're doing it all wrong. You need to do something that's like an orangey type corrector, okay? Something that's like orangey, peachy, like a darker peach, okay? So let's see. So what I'm gonna do is go into my concealer, which is number 3, okay? Number 3 is a nice peach tone. And I'm gonna warm it up onto my wrist, okay? And if it's a little stubborn, I'm actually gonna even grab a little bit of orange eyeshadow. Let me just get some up in it. And put some in there just to make it a little bit. So basically I took some orange eyeshadow. You can use like an orange lipstick. And now I'm going to rub it around with my finger. Okay, so now I got a nice concealer brush. So you're gonna take that peach corrector and you're going to just tap it all along the dark circle. So already you saw it corrected. But the problem with that is you don't want to see an orangey line right there. So what you're supposed to do, let me look at my mirror, is you gotta just tap it into that area, just like that. All right, I'm even gonna do the brown spot. Let me get some on the brush. So can you guys already seeing it start to cancel out? Say yes down below if you're seeing it cancel out. So those are the spots. Did you see how I did that? Then what you have to do is you don't just stop there. You have to take your finger and you gotta tap it in, because what you don't want is for just concealer to be like sitting on top of your face. So this is called a peach corrector. This works better with a wax high coverage foundation. Liquid can tend to shear out, right? Who's done that? Say me. If you use like a liquid concealer and you're doing that, and when you're wiping or blending, it's basically your dark circle is shining through. So if you use a highly pigmented, like at least 50% pigment wax, something that's not thick in texture, but heavily concentrated. All right, you got to go with like professional grade, spend the money, get a professional grade, highly pigmented color. Do you get where I'm going? So yes, okay, you guys get it. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, so after you tap that in, because you don't want it to be cakey, then you get your skin color. That's when you jump into your skin color. So if you're already going to the store and just buying your skin color concealer and popping it over your problem areas, it's not gonna work. So now my skin color is a little bit cross between two and like a medium and a light. So now what I'm gonna do is warm that up. The reason I'm warming it up is because that's wax and waterproof. You have to get it liquefied. Hello, hello, say hi when you guys are jumping on. Jessica, the concealers come either, they come all different ways, individually, and then also they come in sets, and the prices get cheaper as you put them in sets. Does that make sense? Now you can take, this is a spin-off of yesterday's video. Now you can take the skin colored concealer and you can tap it over. Remember yesterday when I was doing the brightening concealer? You put it right there, and then you jump into either your sponge or a long brush, and this is where you lightly fan it out. Now the reason I'm using a long-haired brush is because if I went with a short nubby type brush, it's going to start moving my product off. I want the lightest touch. The longer the hair, the lighter the touch, and the less, like more sheer, or like the less product it moves. And so my touch, I mean, you can see I'm touching like the end of the thing. I mean, it is so light. It is so light, this touch. And then what I like to do is to lock and load it, is take my damp sponge, take some setting spray, push it in, and then lock it. And I do this before setting powder. I'll use a translucent setting powder, but I like to do this first because I want to make it like second skin. Now, can I get a wow? Can I get a wow? That's the power of a dark circle. Now I'm going to show you even something more wow. So first let me do the red. So if you're the one that has the pinkish red under the eye, you don't use a peach corrector because you're going to make it more pinky. Instead, you need to use yellow. All right, so yellow corrector is number one. It's more of a yellowy or a green. I'm sure you've seen these. And so what you would do is take your yellow, and again, you want to precisely place. So we're not going to use the finger, because if I went into the yellow and started tapping over this red, guess what? My ring finger is wider than that problem line, right? So you want to place it. So you want to warm it up. And then what you want to do is place it. Place it only on the red. Only on the red line. By the way, if you're finding value from this, I'm going to ask you guys to click share right now because I think there's more people that need to know about how to cover dark circles. So right now I just took the yellow and blotted it on the line only, and you can already see it's canceled out. Now, what's the next step for those of you that have been here from the beginning? You take your clean finger and you tap it into place so that it becomes second skin, right? We're not adding more product, we are just tapping. By the way, when you share this video, type share down below so I know that you did it, so I can give you some love and know, and to thank you for supporting me and other people. Okay, so same thing. Now you go into the skin color, which is here. Remember, this was on my wrist from before. So now I'm gonna go into the skin color, just like yesterday's video. I'm gonna tap it on the inside because that's where I wanna brighten. Take my long-haired brush and then lightly fan it out. Notice I'm not doing the big triangle, right? We're not 15, we're not 25 on Instagram. We're not doing layers of makeup, okay? This is age appropriate, real women with real problems. We don't look flawless. You know why I started doing these videos? Let me just stop a minute. I know you guys are loving this, but I just have to say, do you notice that and I'm a professional makeup artist, a lot of pro makeup artists, especially on Instagram and ads, they always work on perfect canvases and young models, but they make all the average everyday people, even though we're attractive, they make us feel like they don't show real problems. Like they're not using models with acne scarring or dark circles and puffy bags. Can I get a amen? Like, why? So then what happens is someone like me and you, we go buy everything that they did on that model, and then we're home and we're applying all those steps and all those products, and then we're depressed because it didn't work and we look awful. If anything, we look more made up, or we don't look like that ad, right? So anyway, that's why I do this stuff. All right, so I'm just lightly taking that out. So now we're gonna go to the dark circle. The brown spots. Now watch this. I'm gonna make this a little darker too. Let's go real dark. We're gonna do that, and I know that's dramatic. No one has like a dark spot like that, but I wanna show you like a bruise, maybe it's a tattoo, right? The trick to this, and these, I guess you could say, is you get the stubborn ones, you get a red lipstick. Get a red lipstick, and you have to cancel out the black. So now, where I use red in these scenarios is when I have to cover tattoos, but mainly when I have to work on Indian clients, like Pakistan, Indian, they have very dark circles underneath their eyes, and you can't just use a peach corrector. You can't just go over with concealer because it's just gonna keep looking gray, you know what I mean? So when you have something like dark, the dark tattoos, the dark circles, then you take some red lipstick and you put that right over the dark, right? Make sure you cover it. Use your finger, kind of get it in there. And then remember, you don't want red everywhere else. So you guys are gonna love this. You can just do this with cheap lipstick if you wanted to. All right, so now we're gonna do that. Now what you do, this is gonna show you the power of full coverage wax concealers. So now I'm gonna go into my peach corrector. I'm gonna put it on my wrist to warm it up. Just like so, get it all liquefied. Say hello when you guys are jumping on. Kim, thank you for sharing the video. Tara, is it Tara? Thank you for sharing the video. I love you guys. Thank you, Holly. You guys are awesome. So now this is where you can tap over. Look at the coverage on this peach corrector. When you block out the brown, that's over the red lipstick. So you just tap. And this is exactly how to do a tattoo, okay? But like I said, if you got really bad bruising, let's just forget the tattoo, bad bruising, right? So now you go over with the peach corrector, then you have to go over, I'm taking out some of the skin color concealer, okay? Notice how I'm not rubbing all over the place, I'm just tapping. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Give me a wow face. Look at that. So then you can really, bump it up. You can go into like a brush, or you just get a little bit of a brightener. This is why I get paid the big bucks on the job. See, I'm giving away all my secrets. I'm giving you guys my secrets. There we go. There we go. It's hard to look in the phone. So that's how you cover it. And you just kind of lightly go around and then set it. You want to set it with some setting spray. because you don't want that sitting on top of your face, right? So now you just want to give it a nice press and roll, and then you would set it with some powder. Does that make sense? I think I just took some off. I think I pressed too hard. There we go. So anyway, the same applies for down here. Like if you have acne scarring, peach corrector. So now a good client of mine asked me to do some acne scarring, but how does it stay? The answer to that is using the peach, right? But then you have to spray it with setting spray, right? In layers. Erin, thank you so much. You're wonderful. I love you. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you for sharing. So you go over with the peach corrector, you spray it. This is for the acne scarring girls, okay? Peach corrector spray, then you go over with your skin color. Let me get that on. Only tap on the actual, scarring. Sorry, get the body heat. There we go. Then you tap it in with your finger because you want that body heat. Then you're going to spray it again. It's called the sandwich technique. Peach for acne scars. Yes, Holly. Yes, peach, and then you need your skin color. So now we got the sandwich going on. Then you go to translucent setting powder, and this is for all of these, okay? Translucent, colorless, weightless, no color, no oils. It's not makeup. Don't use mineral powder. Don't use a pressed compact powder. That's foundation. You need colorless, weightless. You can dump this all over your face and you won't even look wrinkled or anything. Then you take your brush and get it in there. When you put the powder on your brush, by the way, you tap the bottom to get it really into the brush so that it's not flying all over the place. You don't want to waste your product. And then what you do is you tap the setting powder to set the work that you just did. Okay, tap it all in. So same with here, under the eyes, you would tap that in. All right, and then guess what? You guessed it, seal it again. That's your final seal. That's how you lock and load it. That's called the sandwich technique. If it's, you put a few different layers on, you did that color correcting, you want to make sure. What I don't like, I'm going to show you right now. Let me just clean off my brush. I got to get this lipstick off my brush. Is when you're going with something stubborn, I showed you with my finger and I shouldn't have done that, is you actually want to use your concealer brush, warm it up, because see how it's like still showing through? It's because my finger was too thin, and you want to stay right in that spot. There you go. That's more like it. There. Now I'm happy. So what'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? I hope you learned a lot from this. That is how you play with correctors. Now, what I love is that correctors come either individually or a 4-well. Everybody either has to have a minimum of 2. Everyone needs a corrector and then a concealer, like your skin color. So that comes in standard foundation palette. So if you're looking to get a new foundation, then it's cheaper when you get to your corrector and your concealer with your foundation in one palette. If you are multiple colors in your face and you like having the ability to cover a pimple, cover a brown spot, cover acne scarring, you have multiple things going on, then you want to get a 4 palette of number 0, 1, 2, and 3. Number 3 is the peach corrector. You use number 4 if it's a slight darker, but if you got that tattoo or that real dark bruise or that real dark circle, then you would want to go with the red lipstick first and then go in with your correctors. So I hope you learned something. So if yours are slightly red, Holly, you definitely want to use number 1. It's the yellow corrector. And then you go over it with your skin color of concealer, which would be like number 2 or number 1, okay? Thank you for sharing, guys. And I'm glad that, yes, peach for acne scars. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go back and look at all the questions and answer anything that you guys have. If you need to be color matched, send me a direct message with your selfie in natural light in front of a window so I can see. I need to see the imperfections. I need to see what's going on. I know we're uncomfortable sending photos of ourselves. We feel awful without makeup, but I need to see the raw, the real in order to find you and help you with the right corrector. I'm Candice Bertolini and I'm your makeup fix. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.